Can you speak up, please? No.
Okay, I'll try to speak up so you can hear. Mayor Harrop, before the elections, we talked, I gave you a book and that I think you read part of it called The Law. And also I talked with Mr. Harris, said that he had read the law also. Together with a group called the Citizen for Proper Government, we had delivered or made available the law to all the candidates for city offices in the local communities here. And it's working.
I think it's working out.
But anyway, the reason I wanted to come here was to also make this known to the rest of the council members and other officials in the city, as well as citizens. The book is very good, talks about justice and freedom, and we believe it will become a standard for that basis of understanding. And the book is available for free online through the Foundation for Economic Education. Also, if people want copies, they can order them online. From Amazon has them. The Foundation for Economic Education will also sell you a copy, and there may be some available locally. Like I say, the coalition, the Freedom Coalition, is for freedom in business, education, and politics. And tonight I have with me Doug McGregor, who is with the Sons of the American Revolution, and he is the State of Utah Society President. And he is also the chairman of the Coalition for Constitutional Education. I'd like to present him, and he'd like to present something to the city at this time for proposal.
Thank you, Mr. Macklin.
Thank you, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be here with you today. What we're doing is we're going around to the various city governments, the local cities, and we're inviting them to participate in a constitutional education program, kind of, if you will, a revisiting the Constitution, an opportunity to review and kind of renew our understanding of this great document by which our country is governed. We've been in contact with Perry City, and we have received a favorable response from them. And we would like to give you an invitation. On December 2nd and 4th, we have a group that's called the Freedom Formula that will be putting on a wonderful program for elected city officials and other city employees that would be interested in attending. Normally this is a 12-week course at 2 hours a course, and it costs $120. We've been able to obtain an agreement that this would be a 3-day course with a 3-hour, a 4-hour, and then in January a 4-hour session at a cost of only $60. So we think this is a real opportunity. These individuals are very well versed in our Constitution. They would take this program and apply it to municipalities and to cities, and to help us understand this thing which all of you take an oath to support and to defend in this. So I'd like to present to the mayor, if I may step forward and present this. Mayor, this is a summary of the course. That is my card and how to contact me. And if any of you would be interested in being involved with this, we would love to have you participate and to join with us.
Thank you, Mr. McGregor. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Other comments or concerns that you'd like to?
Yes, December 2nd and 4th.
Mr. Mackley, by the way, I did read your book, The Law,
They would be in the evening.
cover to cover.
Probably
Great book,
would start.
I did read it.
The course would be at 6.
Any other comments or questions? If not, then we will move on. The very first part this evening has to do with a public hearing, and this is to receive comments on the proposed changes to the city's capital improvement plan, and the presenter on this will be our illustrious building official, Gary Kerr. Mr. Kerr.
Thank you, Mayor.
$60 a person.
Basically, what we're doing is we're amending the 5-year capital improvement plan. We're really not changing anything in it. What we're basically doing is on item 4, under streets and sidewalk division, we are breaking down in phases the work that we're planning on doing in Green Acres. Green Acres is an area that the roads, the curb and gutter, sidewalks, the approaches are having problems. And since this is in a low to moderate income area, we have possible grant money that we can actually get for this. And what we're trying to do is just break it down so that if we go after the grant money, it's properly done, and so we can get grant money for this area. So if you look under item 4, under E, that's the area that we just broke it down into 5 phases. And we're just holding a public hearing because whenever we make changes, we need the comment of the public to do this. But basically, that's all we're doing. Any questions?
I have a question. Now, we have done quite a bit of work down there in the Green Acres area with asphalt and things like that in the street. Will this affect what we've already accomplished here in the last couple of years?
Basically, what we've done is we've done overlays. We really haven't done anything with the curb and gutter. And eventually, these areas that we basically did the overlays, which the streets were falling apart, we will actually redo it. We'll just roll the mill, the asphalt down, put new curb and gutter, new sidewalk approaches, and make it really nice.
I see. Are there questions for Mr. Kerr? Mr. Turner?
So Gary, on the grant you're gonna apply for, you are gonna apply for grants, is that the way I understand it, is the plan?
Yes, we are planning on applying for a grant.
Are you gonna apply for the grant every year, or these amounts you can try to get a
This
whole?
makes it possible for us to do it.
Okay. So those the money that you have listed here is for a grant each year, correct?
That's correct.
Kind of what I thought.
Other questions for Mr. Kerr? Thank you, sir. As this is a public hearing then, those of you who would care to comment on this particular item, we would love to hear. You might live in the area and this would affect you if you live in the Green Acres area. Anyway, a comment on the city capital improvement plan. This time is now yours for a public hearing. Mr. Harris?
Seeing no public comments, I move the public hearing be closed.
Second.
Mr. Flynn? All right, then we have a motion to close the public hearing on this particular item. Any further comments or questions? Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Then